Welcome everyone to another video. My name is Hagop, aka Hags, and today you join me at a very important video. Welcome everyone, my name is Hagop, aka Hags, and we're back again with another video. The other side of the UK, down south, right by the coast, really good location. The things I wish I knew before I started property investing. And this is so important because I didn't even have a mentor at the beginning, which is perfectly fine because there's enough videos out there, there's enough information out there, I'd say, to understand the majority of property investing, but neither did I have any experience, and of course I didn't even visit any of these locations before, of course, doing my thorough research to figure out what areas is best for me. And also drop a like if you want to see my full property portfolio, and I'll go for every single deal and discuss with you how I purchased it to what my strategy was behind it. But going back to my first property investment, which is a great example, of course, because I was just starting out, and this happened just after lockdown. If you want to also see a video on that property, I will be visiting it and I can do another breakdown of that property, and you can have a look at how it is now after owning it for around 2.5, I'd say almost 3 years now. But the strategy with that property was to actually flip it. There wasn't much work that needed doing to it. But then I ended up just renting the property out. The properties I was viewing were properties that were already done up. The reason being is because it was very time consuming in itself to travel a lot of times, but also I thought in my head, why don't I just purchase something that I can just rent out and I can sit back and of course get on with other things. So this basically comes down to actually having a strategy in place. Are you looking for a buy-to-let? Are you looking to flip properties? Or are you even looking to do a HMO Airbnb style property? So you have to really come up with one strategy that you want to do. I was sort of going in there blindly, not knowing exactly the style of property I wanted to go for because I didn't know the strategy. I knew it was a house. I knew I wanted to do some work doing to it, but because of time, the location was far, I didn't think I had the ability to manage and juggle everything around. And the next thing I wish I knew was knowing that every property that is run down isn't a good deal. Because when I was viewing properties, knowing that they needed work doing to it, naturally my mind said, well, I can add value by switching that. Or there's no kitchen, let me add a nice kitchen in there and assume that the value will go up enough where I can make good profit, until I started to do more specific numbers on deals before I even purchased the first one. Of course, it took a while, which made me realize that I need to purchase for firstly a very good price and also enough works where I can drive the value up, and as well as that, patience and of course time, because both of these are so key when it comes to property. It's not like an overnight thing where you go and view one property and that's the one. You may go view 10 properties and you may not even get any of them. Managing your time well, making sure that you're viewing the properties that meet what you're looking for. Yes, of course, when you go to the property, it may change, but you've done all the numbers, it adds up, you can go to it, and if there's problems, that's not the deal for you. And last but not least, probably one of the most important ones, and that is having a cushion when doing a refurb. My first property didn't need too much work doing to it. My second property, which was definitely a flip, which needed a full refurb throughout, I definitely should have added a cushion. I didn't add a cushion to it, but luckily enough, I got the property for an unbelievable price. And of course, a bit of luck comes with property as well, because it depends who's also offering on the property. I mean, I tried to purchase a property before and the other person I was competing with just didn't want to stop offering until I called the agent and I said, do they know what they're trying to do with this property? They wanted to flip it, and I don't think they got their numbers right. But going back to what I was saying, the second property I'd done, the profit margins was large enough to know that there was already a cushion there, but I didn't add a cushion there. So it can be a surprise, and of course funds is very important as well. Knowing that you have the right amount, and I've always mentioned the cushion of around £5,000 on the refurb, to know that just to be safe, if your builder tries to knock through something, they spot something, and if you don't have it, it's going to be trouble. But there we have it. These are the things I wish I knew before starting property investing. Just do thorough research, watch through all my videos I've done, because I break down everything, and let me know down below if you have any questions on property flipping or property investing in itself. But I've been Hagop, aka Hags. Don't forget the name, and I'll catch you in the next video.